21 minutes past 9 Central African time, and you're still tuned in to News and Views with myself, Salailo Makwidiri. And we're going to be switching gears now to the latest development in the cabinet. President Cyril Ramaphosa's latest reshuffle has brought fresh faces into some key portfolios, including the appointment of Democratic Alliance politician Yusuf Cassim as Deputy Minister of Higher Education and Training. Cassim is no stranger to the sector. He's built much of his political career around higher education issues, student funding, and skills development. He now steps into a department that is in trouble, man, grappling with NSFAS challenges, concerns over TVET colleges, graduate unemployment, and questions about whether South Africa's higher education system is producing the skills that the economy needs. And he's joining us now, the newly appointed Deputy Minister of Higher Education, Yusuf Cassim. Deputy Minister, welcome to the program. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to your listeners and viewers, and I'm happy to be here.
No, the pleasure is all ours. And first and foremost, congratulations on your appointment. I want to jump right into it. How are you feeling right now? I'm sure it's been a long time coming, considering that you've been quite passionate about the education sector for some time now. Deputy Minister, are you there? All right. We seem to be struggling a bit when it comes to sound with the Deputy Minister or his network issues. We're trying to reconnect. Deputy Minister, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. Can you hear me?
Yes, you're back. I can hear you loud and clear. I just, said, I'm not sure if you caught my opening question. Congratulations on your appointment. How are you feeling? And also, what was your immediate reaction when you got note that President Cyril Ramaphosa has offered you this role?
Salila, I must just say that I was approached by my party leader, Jordan Hill Lewis, and he had indicated that he believes that I can make a contribution in the higher education sector. Of course, my roots in politics comes from the higher education sector, and I never, as a young person who was a student at the time, had any ambitions of going into politics full time. But it was that led me into politics, and I believe that was a part of the reason that I was approached, and I really
All right, we seem to be struggling a bit with connection. We're going to take a quick break, and then we'll try and reconnect with Deputy Minister Yusuf Cassim, just to get note of his feelings, regarding this appointment, and most importantly, what is going to be his primary objective, the one thing once he gets into office that he'll be tackling firsthand. So we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with you after this.
When disaster strikes, families lose everything in an instant. Homes destroyed, communities displaced. Hope fades into uncertainty. Our Global Emergency Fund ensures we respond without delay, delivering food, water, shelter, and healthcare to families in need. To support our Global Emergency Fund, visit islamicrelief.org.za.
Discover the Africa of your dreams and surround yourself with her spectacular beauty. Relax beneath her serene sunsets and explore wildlife at its natural best. It's where the pride of Africa comes together. The Kwantu Private Game Reserve. Get to know the Big Five or cruise on an elephant safari game drive. Interact with lion and tiger cubs and enjoy world-class halal cuisine while we pamper you during your 5-star stay. Indulge in the true African experience. For reservations, reservations. Call now on 042 203 1400 or visit kwantu.co.za. The Kwantu Private Game Reserve, the place of gathering.
Connect and stay ahead with Salam Media. This is Salam Media coming to you live from South Africa.
Welcome back. 27 minutes past 9, and hopefully we have reconnected with Deputy Minister of Higher Education, the newly minted Deputy Minister of Higher Education, Yusuf Cassim. Deputy Minister, I'm sure you can hear me now.
I can. I've connected from a different device, cellular. I apologize for the interruption.
Much better, much better. I think we can pick up the conversation right before we lost you. When you were appointed, as you mentioned, by the leader of your party, Jordan Hill Lewis. How did that conversation go apart, and your immediate reaction when you got hold of the news?
So, Salelo, the first thing that I'll just mention is that it was unexpected. I was not serving in the National Assembly Parliament. I last served in the National Assembly in 2019, and I then elected to move to the Eastern Cape Provincial Legislature so that I can be closer to my communities, particularly in the northern areas, which includes communities like Galvindale, Malabar, Corsten, Shorterville, all the way to Boysons Park. Those are communities that are close to my heart, and that is where I live. So to be closer to those communities and to serve them more directly, that's where I have been serving. So it was unexpected. It's not something that I had any ambitions to be tapped up by the leader of my party for this position. But of course, this is my roots. It's the reason I entered politics. I had no interest in entering politics formally, but my roots go back to Nelson Mandela University back in 2009, where I served as the founder of the DA structures there. I've also served in my time as a student leader, as the chairperson of the Muslim Students Association, and I was elected as the SRC president at that institution, and primarily due to our fight for equal and fair access to higher education, and not just access, but success, so that you must have the resources and be in an environment that you can succeed. And our experience at the time, Salelo, was that particularly young people from disadvantaged backgrounds, many from rural areas in the Eastern Cape and beyond the borders of our province, were being set up to fail by the system. And it's something that we just couldn't bear. And I realized very quickly that there's very little that you can do at an institutional level, even as the SRC president, serving on all of the institutional committees like University Council, Senate, and many other committees that I served on at the time. And it was for that reason that I put my hand up to go to Parliament. And my party gave me the opportunity to serve in the Higher Education Portfolio Committee in Parliament to continue the fight for those issues after 2014. So this is really coming full circle, and I go into this role with the hope that I can make an impact. Of course, deputy ministers do not have the same authority of ministers, but I will fight as hard as I possibly can to ensure that we can have reform in the sector, because the sector is desperately in need of reform.
Most definitely. And I want to jump into, what is going to be your key objective? I think you're coming into a department that is, I don't want to say in disrepute, but it's grappling with a lot of issues. Department of Higher Education, whether it's conversations around TVET colleges and how they're being taken care of, or conversations around NSFAS and its impact and so some of the government failures around that, and also graduate unemployment, which remains stubbornly high. There's a lot. But from your perspective, what's the primary objective? What would you say is going to be your passion project once you're officially into the role and you've immersed yourself into it?
Salelo, what I would just say is that I believe that there needs to be reform in the industry. I'm going to start with the National Student Financial Aid Scheme. There is instability, as you might have covered previously. The entire entity has been put under administration by the minister. There have been resignations on the board. And of course, there's litigation that has been launched as well in this respect. And my position personally, and the position of my party, is that we must start with the experience of the end user, of our people, of the young South African that you want to be able to assist. And therefore, our policy approach that I would hope to be able to advance within this space is exactly that. We believe, for example, that the National Student Financial Aid Scheme is not the correct model in its current entity to be able to deliver effectively to our people, that we must fund students directly and closer to them. Rather than centralizing, we must decentralize, and we must be able to ensure that every single young South African is able to live a life of meaning. And what does that mean? That means that you must be able to develop yourself, pursue your aspirations in the higher education space based on your hard work and talent, and not and it shouldn't be influenced by whether or not you can afford, whether or not you are privileged enough to have the resources to succeed within the space. So whether it's NSFAS, where we believe that it must be decentralized, and the model needs to be completely reformed so that we are assisting students directly, or whether it's the CETA space. Both of these spaces, by the way, NSFAS, which receives over 20 billion rand from the National Fiscus, and the CETAs that receive over 20 billion rand through the skills levy, are not, in my view, adequately skilling our young people in the most effective way possible. We need to be skilling young people for the economy of the future, whereas we are not currently do that. We're in the midst of an AI disruption in the economy, and government needs to be agile from a policy perspective in order to ensure that we are giving young people the best opportunity to climb the opportunity ladder and to skill themselves for the economy of the future.
I want to wrap up with maybe just your reaction to some of the responses to your appointment. I'm sure you've seen some of them, a lot of criticism, some even bordering on Islamophobia. How do you respond to that?
I've obviously read all of the commentary since my appointment, and I'll just say the following. Salela, I am a proud and patriotic South African, born and bred, just like my parents are, just like my grandparents are. Colored, Indian, and Malay South Africans have played a pivotal role in the liberation struggle in South Africa and in the building of the democratic state. And therefore, it is important that we are able to unite South Africans around confronting the issues that we face as a nation, rather than dividing South Africans based on prejudice and tribal and ethnic and racist divisions. I believe in that very, very strongly. And I hope, Salelo, that I can be an example to the nation, to show the nation the beauty of our deen, which is a deen that seeks to contribute and to build and to really be of service to the people of our country. And my dua really this morning, when I woke up for tahajjud and for Fajr, ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to beautify my character and the work that I do and the contribution that I make, so that we can be an example to the rest of the country of the beauty in the differences that we have and the contributions that we can make. Because indeed, South Africa does belong to all of us that have built this country and our forefathers that have been part of building this country. And therefore, together we can build a nation where all South Africans can enjoy the freedoms that those before us have fought so valiantly for.
There we go. The newly minted Deputy Minister of Higher Education, Yusuf Cassim. Once again, congratulations, and Jazakallah so much for giving us your time. And I hope we share again soon.
Jazakallah khairan, and Jazakallah khairan to your viewers and listeners.
There we go. And with that, we're going to take a quick break. News and views will continue after this.